Hello students, welcome to the 6th video lecture of electrostats. In this video lecture we will proceed with the chapter electrostatic potential and capacitance. That is the second chapter of volume 1. Let us study the first topic, that is electric potential. Electric potential is a physical quantity which determines the flow of charges from one body to another. So this is the definition of electric potential. It determines actually the flow of charge, or we can say the point from which the charge flows and to the point the charge where the charge is going. Okay, it is a physical quantity that determines the degree of electrification of a body. So let's elaborate it. Electric potential at a point in the electric field is defined as the work done in moving without any acceleration a unit positive charge from infinity to that point against the electrostatic force, irrespective of the path followed. So whatever be the work done to move a unit positive charge from infinity to a given point, and the force is not path dependent. Through any path, if the charge is brought from infinity to a given point, then work done per unit positive charge, or we can say per unit test charge, is defined as electric potential. Now you can see this is the work done formula. Work done to move the charge from point A to B, integration of vector E dot dl from A to B, and when we integrate it, we will get q naught upon 4 pi epsilon naught 1 upon rb minus 1 upon ra. Or we can write work done upon charge moved wab upon q naught is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught 1 upon rb minus 1 upon ra. According to the definition, the charge is moved from infinity to a given point, so ra is equal to infinity and rb is equal to r. Therefore we can write work done from infinity to b is upon q naught is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r is equal to v. Therefore v is equal to work done from infinity to b upon q naught. And finally we can have the SI unit of the electric potential also, that is joule per coulomb or volt or Newton meter per coulomb. So this is the unit of electrostatic potential, and the formula we can have 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q by r, that is written above. Here you can see. Now electric potential at a point is 1 volt if 1 joule of work is done in moving 1 coulomb of charge from infinity to that point in the electric field. So this is the definition of 1 volt we can have on this at the last of the derivation. Electric potential difference. Electric potential difference between any two points in the electric field is defined as the work done in moving without any acceleration a unit positive charge from one point to another against the electrostatic force, irrespective of the path followed. It means in electrostatic potential we move the charge from one point to from infinity to a given point, but in potential difference we move the charge from one point to another point. But remember, the charge must not be accelerated. It should provide a constant uniform motion, or the charge must be moving with the constant velocity. So work done from A to B, again same expression, integration a vector E dot dl from A to B is equal to q naught upon 4 pi epsilon naught 1 upon rb minus 1 upon ra. Or work done from A to B is equal to work done from A to B upon q naught, because the work done upon charge moved is the formula of electrostatic potential or potential difference. So q upon 4 pi epsilon naught 1 upon rb minus 1 upon ra. So work done from A to B upon Q naught, or work done WAB upon Q naught is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught 1 upon RB minus Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught 1 upon RA. That is equal to VB minus VA. So whatever work is done to move the charge from A to B is equal to the difference in potential between those 2 points, that is VB minus VA. Therefore we can write VB minus VA, that is delta V is equal to WAB upon Q naught. Let's have some points. Electric potential and potential difference are scalar quantities. Electric potential at infinity is 0. Electric potential near an isolated positive charge Q is greater than 0 is positive, and that near an isolated negative charge Q is less than 0 is negative. So electric potential is positive for positive charge, that is Q is greater than 0, and it's negative for negative charge, that is Q is less than 0. CGS unit of electric potential is stat volt, as CGS unit of electric charge is stat coulomb. So we can write the CGS unit of electric potential is stat volt, and 1 stat volt is equal to 1 erg per stat coulomb. Electric potential due to a single point charge, let's have this derivation. So let's have a point charge plus Q, an electric field E. At infinity a charge is there, from there we bring the charge, or we can say we move the charge from a given point to infinity, and the force which is exerted by this source charge plus Q, you can see this is the source charge, okay, plus Q, and plus Q naught is the test charge, you can see. So this is the test charge, and Q naught E is the force on the test charge. At point P the charge is placed, and it is at a distance x from the source charge. So from P to Q if we move the charge, and then Q to B if we move the charge, we have to do the work against the electrostatic repulsion exerted by the positive charge plus Q, or we can say source charge. And let us consider the point B is situated at a distance r from plus Q. Now let's start the derivation. Before starting it, let us consider the distance between point P and Q is dx. So let charge plus Q naught be the test charge placed at P at a distance x from source charge plus Q. The force F is equal to plus Q naught E is radially outward and tends to accelerate the test charge. To prevent the acceleration, equal and opposite force minus Q naught E has to be applied on the test charge. So work done to move Q naught from point P to Q through dx against Q naught E is work done is equal to force into displacement. dW is equal to vector F dot dx. F is equal to Q naught E, Q naught vector E, so Q naught vector E dot vector dx, or we can write dW is equal to Q naught E dx cos 180. Why? Because we are applying the force against the electrostatic repulsion, so angle is 180 degree. So finally we have minus Q naught E dx. So dW is equal to minus Q naught upon 4 pi epsilon naught x square dx. After putting the value of electric field intensity, we get this expression. Since E is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught x square, that's why we have got this expression. So total work done to move Q naught from point A to B is, or from infinity to R is, work done from infinity to B is equal to integration of dW, lower limit is infinity, upper limit is B, or lower limit is R, upper limit is lower limit is infinity and upper limit is R, with minus sign, Q naught upon 4 pi epsilon naught x square dx, that is equal to minus Q naught 4 pi epsilon naught x, Q naught upon 4 pi epsilon naught x square, integration of 1 upon x square dx from infinity to R. So Electrostatic potential is work done upon charge move. So we divide this expression by Q naught. So we get it as Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R, and that is the final expression for electrostatic potential due to a single point charge. Electric potential due to a group of point charges. So suppose group of point charges are there. You can see plus 1 coulomb charge is placed at point P, and plus Q1 plus Q2, Q3, Q4 and Qn are placed at distances R1, R2, R3 and Rn. So net electrostatic potential at a point in the electric field due to a group of charges is the algebraic sum of the individual potential at that point. Why algebraic sum? Because the electric potential is a vector quantity, so we will find out the algebraic sum. That is Vp is equal to V1 plus V2 plus dash 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 Vn. And we can write in compact form, we can write V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught sigma I goes from 1 to n Qi upon Ri, where this expression can be written further as V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught sigma I goes from 1 to n Qi upon mod of vector R minus vector Ri in terms of position vector. Let's have some points. Electric potential at a point due to a charge is not affected by the presence of the other charges. Potential V is inversely proportional to R, but Coulomb force is inversely proportional to R square. Potential is a scalar, whereas force is a vector. Although V is called the potential at a point, it is actually equal to the potential difference between the points R and infinity. So these are some points about the electrostatic potential due to a single point charge, or we can say the group of point charges. And further we will proceed to the next concept or next